Now, it was also a terrible night for the Greens as well as the Liberals. The Greens were decimated, falling well short of the 9-seat goal that Adam Bandt had set his sights on. And Bandt himself is perilously close to losing his own seat to Labor's Sarah Witty. We've got to say, the worst case scenario in this election has been avoided. The worst case was always having a Labor minority government, having to rely on the Greens in a coalition, having the Greens holding the balance of power. Now we've got the Greens really destroyed, particularly if Bandt ends up losing his own seat.
Well, yes, and that would be sweet justice. And he has been targeted by some groups like Advance, who very, very successfully targeted the hypocrisy and the everything of the Greens. The Greens wanted to bring us back into caves, and here we've got people who are living off the fat of the land, and as Greens politicians. And so I think Advance deserve a lot of credit for attacking the Greens as they did. It is a line ball with Adam Bandt. I think the preferences were very important, but the postal and pre-poll votes clearly are favouring the Labor Party rather than the Greens. And I think that would be a good thing, because once the Greens were a party that were hugging trees. Now they're quite happy to bulldoze trees to put up machinery made by slave labour in China to give us intermittent power that's sending this country broke. So
it's mad.
Maybe there's a God in heaven.
Maybe. Maybe. The Greens policies and Advance, I think, really should provide a framework for the Liberal Party on how you tackle modern politics, because you look at what Advance were doing on social media compared to what the Liberals were doing, and again, I would have thought they would have learnt from the Voice campaign, where Advance was so effective with their campaign material. Now, the Greens had a terrible night, but in contrast, the Teals did pretty well, retaining all their seats, although Zoe Daniels' seat of Goldstein is on a razor-thin margin, less than 100 votes last time I checked. So there might be a recount there. We don't know there, but she has claimed victory for now. But with all that said, they've retained those seats, but what little political clout they once had in the wake of Labor's thumping majority is gone. Labor Senator Don Farrell said that the Teals can't blackmail us. Well, they can't. They're in Parliament, but they're superfluous. They're just going to be sitting around watching Labor pass legislation.
Well, that's quite right. And the Teals have no policies. They voted with the Greens for more than 70% of everything that went up into Parliament. And basically they were an anti-Liberal Party group. And I'm very pleased that in the seat of Goldstein, your vote for the Teals might have actually had some impact on having Zoe Daniel re-elected. But really, they're totally useless as a group. They are a party, but they're totally useless.
Well, they are, but I tell you, there may be a silver lining with them as well. I think we'll discuss that next time, because we've run out of time. Professor Ian Plyman, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.